Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks.
Well, guys, what do you expect me to do? Send them all with you?
Wait a minute. I love that idea. How about some backstage passes?
Oh.
Imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
Are you about ready?
Yes, it's a glorious 3-hour finale.
You got a minute and a half.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Sounds of the Monorail podcast. My name's Kyle Paxton, casting alongside me my twin brother, Derek Paxton.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Today we got a lot of movie news, so stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about Skyliner cast previews and also our top 5 snacks. So pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a lot of park news. We have huge movie news, though, for the MCU and Star Wars.
I do know of one piece of park news that
you do?
We didn't talk about, and I'd forgotten until just now.
Oh, okay, nice. Well, you want to talk about it now?
Yeah, we can go ahead and throw that in there. New Mickey Shorts movie is coming to Hollywood Studios in a theater. Right now, I don't know if it's confirmed. It might be actually confirmed, but it's taking over the theater that the Star Wars movie was in, the one by the Frozen sing-along.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you not heard of this Mickey Mouse Shorts?
No.
Yeah. So essentially, I'm thinking it's going to be like the Pixar Short Film Festival-ish. But it's going to be the new Mickey Mouse cartoons. I think they're kind of doing that because they're getting the new Mickey Mouse ride at Hollywood Studios. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be... I'll go see it because I love the new Mickey Mouse cartoons. But it's also going to be one of those things where I don't know why you would ever watch that if you're on vacation at Disney World. So,
well, yeah, you could say the same thing about the Pixar short film, too.
Oh, I'll say about that on the Pixar Short Film Festival every day.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like I'm in the minority, but I actually like that show a lot. I heard the other day somebody was saying that they need to get rid of that as soon as possible. But and if they replaced it back with like Captain EO,
yeah,
for sure. I'm
for
so
sure.
down for that. But I actually don't mind the Pixar Short Film Festival. I feel like I went in there the other year. And it was really fun.
When I went 3 years ago, it was awesome.
It sounded good in my head before I said it. But no, I actually do want to go again. I wish they would rotate the shorts more often, though, in there.
Yeah, see, and I think that's the problem with it. Like, I do enjoy it. I like it. But yeah, it's like they're shorts you can find on YouTube. They're the same shorts that they updated them a while ago now, but they aren't the same shorts that used to be there, right? Aren't they different shorts?
I think they are, but like it's still been the same for like 2 years, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't been recent, but
I mean, it makes sense because it's like a 4D show, so I think there is quite a bit that goes into it if you do switch them out. Like you have to change up the lighting and the way the seats move to coordinate with the show and stuff. So I guess it makes sense. But I think that would really help that attraction if they were to rotate the shorts more often. Yeah. So that would be really cool if this new Mickey one did that, where it's like maybe less intense than the short Pixar Film Festival, but it rotates more.
It's going to be in the same theater as the Star Wars Journey of the Jedi or whatever that was called.
Oh, so it's not even 4D.
It's not. It's just the theater.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not that cool.
Gotcha.
I better double check. It could be 3D. I better double check on that.
Yeah, and this is just a rumor right now?
No, it's like confirmed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Mm-hmm. Good to know.
So, but I should double check because it might be 3D. I'm pretty sure it's the same theater as the Star Wars one, so I imagine it's still 2D.
Yeah,
I think they're just that theater has been closed for like a while now, like probably over a year, maybe a bit longer.
Oh, really? I didn't even know.
Yeah, no one goes to it because it's boring. So I think they are just like, we need to put something in there. It's just a waste of space. So, and they're like, well, we're opening a new Mickey Mouse ride. Maybe we should show some Mickey Mouse cartoons. which I think is cool. I like those cartoons, but like I'll watch it once, you know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess it's just for like advertisement for the new ride, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I guess it's nice that they're using it, the theater, if it's been closed for that long.
Yeah, I kind of hate wasted space at Disney. It makes me a little sad when they close something.
To do like the little advertisement things too, with like even in One Man's Dream, like they always put like a little trailer in there. I don't know if they do that anymore. Is there anything in there right now?
I'm not even sure, honestly.
Yeah, that's interesting. I have to check it out.
Yeah, I haven't gone in One Man's Dream in a while either.
Yeah,
I think wasn't it us two? We went once. Not too long ago, but we like walked in and it was like really busy or something.
Yeah,
and we walked immediately out because we were like getting
busy.
claustrophobic. It was like actually really crowded for One Man's Dream. I'm not sure why.
Totally, yeah, I remember that. All right, well, we can go into the movie news, I guess, unless you had more to say on it.
No, I'm reading a article about it right now. I wanted to double check if they're making like a 3D or something, but it doesn't say. I don't believe it's 3D. It looks like it's just going to be 2D. It just says that Disney has confirmed that the offering is set to take over the Star Wars Path of the Jedi seasonal theater attraction. So it is confirmed to be taking over that theater, not Muppets. So good.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, replace the empty theater. Don't replace Muppets.
Exactly. Well, okay. How about? Sorry, this is spawning a conversation that's longer than I thought it would be. But hypothetical, would you be okay if it took over the Muppets? If it was like a new 3D show, Mickey Mouse cartoon, new cue, new venue, whatever, changed everything. It's actually a 3D show, not like a recreation of a short, like the Pixar Short Film Festival, an actual new 3D movie taking over the Muppets theater.
I think it'd be bittersweet. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Muppets and I hate the Muppets at the same time. I think it's like, it's so nostalgic to me and I love going in there, but at the same time, it does feel old.
It's
you know?
ridiculously old and dated. Like,
Yeah.
I love the Muppets. That's one of my favorite like 3D shows. It has one of my favorite lines you can find at a Disney park. It's in our intro for the podcast.
Yeah.
The
There's
Sam
so
Eagle
many
line.
quotes from that movie that are, from that show that's like really good and funny and just puts you in the mood. But
I don't think I'd be sad. I'd be sad, but I don't think I'd be like... I think I'd be okay with the fact that if they changed it for a new Mickey Mouse 3D movie, I wouldn't be too upset.
yeah, I think I'd be like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd be a little sad, especially just, I mean, I'm sad that Canada show's going away. So of course I'm going to be sad that the Muppets would go away. But yeah.
But that's like the Canada is getting a new movie at least. It'd be like if they're like replacing the Muppets show with like a new Muppets show.
Yeah.
Like
so
that
if they
be,
replaced it with a new Muppets show, I don't think I'd be sad.
I wouldn't be either. Like I'd miss the old one, but like I'm sure there's recordings and actual videos of it somewhere. So like it's not like it's going away. But I think we need a new one.
Yeah. Well, I think those like 3D shows with the 3D glasses are just dated, period. Like, I think it'd be cool if we could like move away from the glasses. That's like actually the one thing I don't like about a Flight of Passage is that you have to wear those clunky glasses that don't really fit on your face. Otherwise, it's like a perfect attraction.
And it's one of my favorite things about Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
No glasses.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if you got on the Millennium Falcon and right before getting into this cockpit, they handed out each guest these goggles?
Yeah. No, totally. I think it's definitely something that, I mean, they're not comfortable typically. So it's like, it's nice that
especially the Flight of Passage ones. Those are the worst.
Yeah. I hate not feeling like something's secured on my face.
Yeah.
So,
I hear you.
All right.
Okay,
so let's move on to the movie news. So let's start with the MCU first.
Okay.
So for those of you that don't know, Sony and Disney had a little kerfuffle.
Yeah.
And
they broke up.
They broke up. And so Tom Holland was no longer going to be used in the MCU. I think he maybe had a movie still or something. I don't know.
Nothing confirmed as far as I know.
Yeah, so they broke up. Spider-Man was no longer going to be in the MCU anymore. There were reports that Tom Holland was going to do a movie with Venom, and that was going to like go shoot off another whole franchise and whatnot. But let's all rejoice because they got back together.
Yeah. I kind of figured this would happen, if I'm being honest.
Me too.
Like, I think I thought it was a matter of time. Like, I really think this is a mutually beneficial like relationship, and I think it does well to keep it. How no one really knows for sure, but I'm assuming what happened was Disney's currently or was getting 5% of the cut of the movies, and Sony was getting 95%. But then when they renegotiated, they wanted 50-50, and Sony said, no, that's a stupid idea, and it is. So why would you ever agree to that?
So this is what I kind of learned today. I don't know how true it is, but but basically what they were proposing before was that they would co-finance the movie with Sony. Currently, Sony finances the movie, and then they get all the revenue from the first day of sales, and then I think it's split for the rest of the sales with Disney in some way. I think Disney gets like a cut of it for the rest of it.
This
like
is the first deal, right?
The first deal. Disney gets, I think, 5% of the revenue the first day, and Sony gets the rest of it, and then they get a little more for the rest of it. I can't remember how exactly it goes, but people are saying that it's mainly the financing thing. So Disney wanted to co-finance with Sony, and that's not good. No bueno. Because I guess that would give Disney more control over it than Sony wanted them to, because they're paying for half the movie. I don't know how true this is. I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it, and everybody was saying this. So I was like, that's interesting. But yeah, now, if I'm reading this correctly, Disney will now finance 25% of the movie. They receive 25% in profits and retain their merchandising rights that they had before. Mm-hmm. So just a mutually beneficial deal for everybody. Everybody's happy. This is, hallelujah. I mean, Spider-Man in the MCU was like, the fans loved it, Disney loved it, Sony loved it, so let's just love it, Mm-hmm.
I think even Kevin Feige said in a quote about this whole situation that Spider-Man is one of the few characters in the MCU where Spider-Man as a character is constantly jumping universes. Mm-hmm. So it would make sense to see if Sony ever wants to do a live action Spider-Verse, which after the animated movie they're going to.
Totally.
Tom Holland will probably be in that, and it will make sense. He's just from a different universe, which is all they need to say, which is a good idea. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. I'm just so happy that it's not going to be this thing where now Tom Holland is in this Venom verse with Venom, and it's like confusing because like that's not the MCU Spider-Man, or is it?
Mm-hmm. But I love the idea of Tom Holland showing up.
I do,
in like a different, like a Spider-Verse movie. That's cool, because everyone saw Into the Spider-Verse. It's not confusing. If Tom Holland showed up in this movie where random spider people are showing up, people won't question it. They'll just be like, "Hey, he's from the MCU universe,"
Mm-hmm.
which will be cool.
You know how much I'd flip out if they did a live action Spider-Verse and out comes Tom Holland, followed by Tobey Maguire, followed by Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, right.
That would blow my mind.
No, everyone would love that.
I'd be
for sure.
so happy.
Mm-hmm. So this is kind of getting away from Disney, but when are we getting a Spider-Gwen movie? Because that's happening, right?
It's got to, right?
Have to happen.
Everybody loves Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, I'd imagine you think they'd get that actress from Amazing Spider-Man to play her? The one that played Gwen in Amazing Spider-Man?
Oh, why can't I remember her name?
I can't remember her name either.
Oh, it's bothering me.
Look it up. Because, like, she's always been a popular character in the comics, but she's going to be I mean, she's so popular now ever since the Into the Spider-Verse came out.
Emma Stone.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
It was like she's in La La Land.
But yeah, we don't need to talk about that anymore. This is a Disney podcast with Disney people. Screw Sony.
Yeah. But with the deal, basically what's happening is that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to get a new standalone movie July 16th of 2021.
Spider-Man Far From Over.
Yeah. Even farther from home.
I heard that joke today and I thought it was funny. Taking it for my own.
Yeah. And then also with that, Tom Holland will be allowed to appear in another MCU film.
Yeah.
That's not a Spider-Man film.
Which is like the biggest takeaway from me. Like,
yeah, so that's really cool. So think of like Civil War or Infinity War Endgame. One of those. He can go be in one of them.
And I imagine from here on out, it might be like a play-by-play renegotiation. They didn't say he's going to show up in 5 MC movies or 3. He's going to show up in 1. So I think he's going to show up in 1 MCU movie in the future. And then after that, they're going to renegotiate the deal again. Yeah. And I have a feeling it's going to keep doing that until like at a certain point. I don't know.
No, in 2 years we'll definitely have like renegotiations, and
the
same thing will happen, and everybody will be so sad. And
for sure.
But yeah, I think that's all I got to say on that part. Unless you had anything else.
No, just happy he's back.
Yeah, me too.
I think the MCU wouldn't be the same if we lost him again.
Oh, especially with it ending on such a big cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
We need another movie with him.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, the Kevin Feige's just doing everything pretty much because he got this deal rolling again. Well, I don't know if he did. He probably had nothing to do with it. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I imagine he probably. Oh, well, maybe that's just because I have this like figurehead in my mind who Kevin Feige is.
I feel like anything MCU, it's like that was Kevin's doing, but like it might not have. Been really, you know what I mean? Like, sure. So I don't want to just necessarily say it was him. I don't know. Yeah. But in other news, he is also producing a new Star Wars movie, which is pretty cool. I feel like Star Wars kind of had this weird train going where they were falling straight off a cliff.
Yeah.
But then Buzz Lightyear is now catching the train and bringing it back up, just like in Toy Story 3.
Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good representation right there. When I woke up in the morning for work, 6 a.m., I grabbed my phone, crawled out of bed into the bathroom, looked at my phone, and literally gasped when I saw the news headline on my phone. Kevin Feige to produce Star Wars movie. Literally was like,
okay, this is what I'm imagining. You wake up, you grab your Darth Vader and Luke action figures, and then you like look at your phone. That's what I'm imagining. Like, playing with your action figures.
I slip into my Ewok slippers, get out of bed. I tore off the X-Wing blankets off my bed, yawn, show off my Star Wars pajamas. Anyway. I better stop painting that picture for you. Anyway, I am excited about this if you couldn't tell. I think Star Wars needed something like this, especially in the current state of Star Wars and how like divided a lot of fans are. And like how they stand on the future of the movies. Having someone like Kevin Feige, someone that most everyone universally loves, spearhead a Star Wars film is outstanding. And I've always heard that Kevin Feige's always really liked Star Wars too, which is like a big plus for me. Like I want someone making a Star Wars movie to be a big Star Wars fan, you know? So
yeah, totally.
And I feel like that guy, he can do it. Which is another reason why I'm so excited for The Mandalorian, because that's created by Jon Favreau, someone who is a huge Star Wars fan, like huge.
Yeah, knows why the original trilogy was so
exactly
good and important.
Yeah. And at that, Dave Filoni, another huge Star Wars guy, like a really big Star Wars fan, has worked on Star Wars stuff for years, is also making or directing episodes on The Mandalorian. That's why I have such high confidence in The Mandalorian. That's why I have such confidence in whatever Kevin Feige is going to do.
Yeah. Oh, there's no reason to doubt Kevin Feige at this moment. And I mean, if he like turns around the Star Wars universe, like greatest producer ever, easy.
Yeah.
Right? He's got to be. I don't know. I don't know any producers, but
so something like, I don't know. I hope this doesn't sound petty, but like, I have a lot of problems with Kathleen Kennedy. And one of my problems with her is that at one point, I think it was like Star Wars Celebration, like 2017 or something like that. It was a couple of years ago. Someone was interviewing her and asked her a stupid question. The question was, do you like Star Wars? It was something stupid like that. And any smart person answering that question would be like, yeah, I love Star Wars. But she just kind of like went on. I don't have the exact quote, so I'm kind of like, paraphrasing. You might have to look it up yourself. But she kind of went on and on about how like it was a good pioneer in filmmaking, such and such. And like, I was just like, dude, just say you love Star Wars. You're a Star Wars fan. Like, I don't know. Like, that's like a super petty thing to say. I have a lot of reasons why I don't like Kathleen Kennedy as the head of Lucasfilm, but something like that.
Kathleen Kennedy and Feige are really interesting because I feel like they did mostly the same thing, where they were like, the directors and writers, go for it. Here's your chance. Rian Johnson, go for it. This is your movie, putting a lot of faith in you. That's the same thing Kevin Feige does, except for Kevin Feige, it just like worked out, I feel like, and he's just hired the correct people to do it, and like the movies just turned out so well, whereas like Kathleen Kennedy's movies, they just didn't.
And see, that's my problem, is like Kevin Feige created a formula in the MCU. Yeah. Lucasfilm didn't create a formula. They saw what Kevin Feige was doing.
That's fair.
Kathleen Kennedy saw what Kevin Feige was doing and was like, let's do that. We want that. Either she said that or Bob Iger did. I don't know. I hate both of them.
You hate Bob Iger?
Kind of. I don't know. I don't hate him. I just have a love-hate relationship, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like Bobby's like super good. Like, I feel like, well, I don't know, super good, but I feel like he's really smart.
Because I think he's like the most uncreative CEO ever.
I mean, that's maybe fair, but
like, I don't know. All his decisions have no creative background to them whatsoever. Like, what are we doing?
I think he's just. What? Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, sorry, I'm starting my rant now. Bob Iger said, "What are we doing? We're buying Star Wars. What are we making? I don't know. Star Wars Episode 7. Let's just make another trilogy." Like,
I guess I can agree with that. Like, he's definitely not like the most creative person, but I think he's very smart. And have you ever like watched an interview with him?
He's so like charismatic. Classic. Yeah.
Like, I watched an interview with him and I'm like, dude, I'd sell you my house if you wanted it. Like,
no, he's a good businessman. Yeah. Like, I understand, like, he's a good CEO in the sense that he literally brought Disney back from the death, but all of his decisions have nothing going for them creatively, and that's my problem with them. Like, he's a good CEO. He's probably textbook one of the best.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
So, like, I don't hate him because I think he's a bad CEO. I think he's like I said, he might be the best CEO ever. Right? Maybe. I don't know. And so, like, I don't hate him for that reason, but he's just so boring. Like, I can't remember the last, like, what's the last creative thing that happened at Disney parks?
To Disney parks? Oh, I don't know.
The last ride that wasn't an IP at Disney World was Expedition Everest. When that opened, like 2004, 2006.
Wait, is that a fact?
That's a fact. What's another one?
Well, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head.
No,
but
the last IP-less attraction at any of the Disney parks was Expedition Everest over a decade ago.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
And you want to know who greenlit that project? Michael Eisner.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Michael Eisner is the one that greenlit Expedition Everest, and after that opened, we haven't had a ride that wasn't an IP since because Bob Iger took over. I don't think Michael Eisner was president still when Expedition Everest opened, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Best CEO ever, like for real, in the sense that he brought a company back from the death. Disney should have been sold to Comcast, but it wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's like crazy. Disney's so big now. I mean, it's always been big, but like, yeah. Anyway, we can go back to Star Wars, but yeah. Where were we?
So, Kevin Feige, what are your hopes right now for what a Kevin Feige can produce? Right now, the big rumor is that he's producing a movie starring Brie Larson. That's kind of the big rumor right now. Oh. And she's kind of putting out tweets on Twitter being like, ooh, I don't know. I'm just a Star Wars fan. She's like posting a picture of her in a Jedi robe and stuff. So it's like, I'll never tell. It's like, yeah, you're totally like...
That's really funny. I don't know.
She's either trolling or, in this.
This is my thing with Star Wars. I am just so fascinated by what's going to happen with it. Because they have such interesting creators for it. You have like, who's the guy that made Force Awakens?
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams, who's maybe going to save this trilogy from death. Who knows? Or maybe it'll drive it farther into like hatred. I don't know. Like, let's see what happens with that. Rian Johnson, that successfully divided half of the fans
and was proud of it.
And then you have D&D. I can't remember anybody's names.
Benioff and Weiss,
who did Game of Thrones, and that season, the last season, just like tanked for everybody.
Yeah.
Like everybody hated it. So like, how's that gonna work with Star Wars? Are people excited about it, or are they confused? Are they scared? Like, I'm scared.
I think their series, as well as Rian Johnson's trilogy, is right now in like limbo.
Oh, really?
Like,
so you don't? So
neither of them are ever coming out. I would bet money, like all the money I have in my bank account right now, those movies and shows aren't coming out. I'm sorry. It's not a smart play by Disney to have these two directors that are right now like universally hated, like Benioff and Weiss are universally hated by like almost the entire Game of Thrones fan base, and then have them have a Star Wars TV show. Like, that just is stupid.
What are they doing? They're doing a different TV show? Benioff and Weiss?
Different? What do you mean?
Like, what TV show are they making?
No one knows.
No, but it's a TV show. Okay.
I want to say maybe it's a trilogy. It's been so long since it might be a trilogy.
I think Rian Johnson was supposed to make a trilogy or something.
Yeah, Rian Johnson's a trilogy, which that's not happening. No way. No way.
I'm actually Benioff and Weiss I'm more okay with than Rian Johnson.
Me too.
Rian Johnson scares me a little bit. Yeah. Although I do think that he might be able to do something better if he had his own trilogy than just coming in. But he's a little scary.
I kind of feel the same way. Like, I'd rather him never touch my characters again. Like, I'd never touch Luke Skywalker again. But if he makes his own trilogy with his own characters and his own story, it might actually be okay. And if it isn't, who cares? It's not exactly. He's not ruining my characters, so I don't care as much if it's bad. With that said, he's not getting a trilogy. Like, period.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine he's getting, like, after how much hate he gets, along with Benioff and Weiss. Like, I'll be shocked. 2 years from now, for anyone listening, if the trilogies and shows or whatever get announced, you can rub it in my face, because I'm putting a lot on the line right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, Star Wars is interesting, and I'm very curious to see what happens with it.
Yeah.
All right. So, if we have nothing else, move on?
Sure. Do you want to, or I mentioned the Brie Larson thing. Did you like that idea? Or the idea of her starring?
Yeah. I like Brie Larson.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if she was
my only problem
lead
is I really don't want her to be a Jedi.
Oh, why?
Oh, because she was already Captain Marvel. She's an actor that has range. I would love to see her as like either a Sith or like a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Even like what I would personally say, as a pilot. I would love a movie or trilogy about a pilot, about the ships. There's dogfights. That's the entire trilogy. There's no Jedi. That's my dream.
Like
starring
similar
What?
to Rogue One, kind of. No, I mean I know that's not like about ships and stuff, but like
Yeah,
something that's
but-
not about lightsabers.
Yeah,
Pew, pew.
exactly. My favorite part about Star Wars is the ships and the dog fights. I love TIE fighters, the X-wings. Like, I love all of that. I would love just a movie about that. Like, freaking Star Wars Rogue Squadron starring Brie Larson. Brie Larson's like an X-wing pilot, or it could be about a TIE fighter pilot in the Empire. Like, that would be so cool. Like,
Yeah.
that's my... Like, I just don't want her to be a Jedi. Because it's just going to be like, she just played Captain Marvel, like another ultra good guy. Now we're going to get a Jedi, another ultra good guy. Like, I want her to show off her range, which I know she has. She's a good actress. So she should play a Sith, play like a stormtrooper. Like, there's so many, like, and then, like I said, or just an X-Wing pilot. That doesn't necessarily need to be like an ultra good guy. It could be like a Cassian Andor type character in Rogue One, where she's kind of shady, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't want her to be a Jedi, but she's probably gonna be a Jedi.
Probably. But yeah, no, that sounds cool. I think I could see her doing like a Sith or something. That'd be pretty neat.
Oof, that'd be cool. I'd be into it.
Yeah. I don't know enough about like the other stories in Star Wars to like to say what I think she would play, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. So let's move on to Skyliner cast previews. So we got to ride this the other day. I mean, it opens in 2 days now, so on the 29th. But we got to ride it a little early. Derek, you rode it at night. I rode it during the day. So what did you think of it?
I couldn't see anything. No, it was super nice. I went with my wife, and it was whenever we got like a cart by ourselves, it was very romantic because we just were going over this lake and stuff, and it was night and it was very pretty. And my biggest complaint was that there's no sound. You know, it's just this quiet like vehicle. You're just going over this empty lake, especially at nighttime. You just hear crickets and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
So I started playing Disney elevator music on my phone. Dude, it was so relaxing. Like, that's where the whole romantic thing came from. Like, just listening to Disney, like, I can like A Whole New World piano medley. Like, it was so like, yeah, just relax. This is nice. Like, so I wish there was sound. There should be some sort of music.
Yeah, and I agreed. When I wrote it, I didn't really notice it, but I also wrote it with Derek's wife. But
I wasn't there. I was working. But Kyle had a +1, and he took my wife.
But I didn't really notice it. But then, like, Megan brought it up, right? She was like, there's like no music, and I was like, yeah, that's right. I couldn't like not notice it anymore.
Yeah.
Did you get stopped at all?
Hardly at all.
So
mine was awesome. Very cool. Not hot at all.
nice.
Constant breeze going through. Didn't stop at all, really.
So would you say
stop?
are you scared of heights?
No.
Okay, so me and Megan, we're a little more scared of heights.
Megan's the wife.
Yeah, Megan's the wife. Sorry. Yeah.
I don't know if I've said her name before or not. Usually I feel like I call her the girlfriend or the wife or the other person. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess I didn't want to say the wife.
You don't like that title? It's fine. I call her that all the time.
But no, we both were scared of heights a little bit. I was actually fine though on it. It actually feels very safe to me.
Oh yeah.
There's a little bit of scary parts. The launch of it's kind of scary, and the stopping's very scary.
I thought they were fun.
but it's only the first time. After the first time, it's fine. Which I'll touch on that more. But we would stop quite a bit. Actually, we constantly were stopping. We went from Hollywood Studios to like the little hub area, and we stopped twice once for like 5 minutes about, and the other time for like 30 seconds. Then we went to Pop Century, didn't stop, came back, and then we went to Epcot, and we stopped a ton of times. It was like we like went a little bit forward, stop. But like when you stop, it's not like a nice standstill.
Really?
It's a gondola.
It, like, swings?
Yeah, it's a gondola.
Right.
So when you're going fast and it stops, it's like you swing a little bit, right? So me and Megan are like clinching onto the benches. Like we're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Like,
funny.
And then the other day, the monorail broke down and people had to get rescued with the little bucket. So we're the only thing on my mind is, okay, we're gonna have to get rescued by a bucket here soon. Like,
oh my gosh!
And then we'd also get stopped over traffic too, which is a little scary. With all that said, I really liked it. It was a little scary, but if they can fix those little kinks and like that doesn't happen that often, I actually think it's like a really, really nice system.
Right.
Very fast, gets you to point A to point B really fast. Very cute. You know, all of them look really cool. Loading's fast. That's actually another thing, is if it's a continuously moving loading system. So be prepared. It's not going to stop for you. So if you have to get into a skyliner, get in it. There was this one family that was pushing somebody with like a wheelchair, like a grandpa with a grandma pushing her in, but like you can't really do that because it's moving.
Oh my gosh!
So it was like a little bit like, okay,
don't they have a wheelchair accessible vehicle?
They do, and I don't know if it was just, this was cast preview, so I'm sure the cast doing the Skyliner was like preparing for this type of stuff. So it may have just been a screw up or miscommunication. But they finally slowed it down for them to get on. But it was like a little bit like, okay, you're not gonna make it, guy. Don't try to shove her in. But yeah, very cool. I really liked it a lot. I think if you're staying at the Caribbean or Pop Century or something like that, you are set. That'll be really nice for you.
For sure.
Yeah.
I know Megan, whenever we got off, when I went with Megan, she was like, yeah, that was kind of nice, pleasant. And then after she got off with you, she texted me, I'm never getting on this thing again.
Yeah, if you're like super scared of heights, you do go fast and you do go high. So, you know, be prepared. But for me, I'm like a little scared of heights. I'm not like super scared, and I was fine on it. It's just when we stopped, it was a little scary.
Gotcha.
But even then, I felt like I was still secured, so it wasn't too bad.
I remember when I was on it, like we were on it alone. No, we were with other people, and I was like, I think I should try to swing it, and she got so mad at me.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I remember like going through my head, like, should I say this joke? Like, there's other people in the cabin. Like, are they gonna freak out at me?
Oh my gosh. Did they?
They left. Megan hit me.
That's funny.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Pretty cool. Oh, also the initial shoot off, if you want to call it that. You like load onto the ride and then you kind of like go up to like your set height. Then you keep going. You go really fast. It was like a little jarring. I mean, it wasn't super jarring for me because people kept telling me it was really fast, so it was like kind of nice. But if you're, be prepared for that initial ascent, and then also to the descent as well. You go really fast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
That's the Skyliner. Get hyped. All right. So now for the meat and potatoes.
We gave you the 40 minutes of appetizer. Now it's time for the rushed 15 minutes of meat and potatoes. Our top 5
snackaroonies.
Yeah.
So these are our top 5 snacks at Disney. I don't know. When you heard this, did you have like ones that you immediately were like, I got this?
I had 2, and then I had to think for the other 3.
Yeah, I think kind of the same way. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there's some I'm forgetting though. Like I feel like you're literally gonna say one, and I'm like, oh, that's actually my number one.
Yeah,
Like you know what I mean?
for sure. And I feel like I don't know about you, but my definition of snack is kind of broad. So like, no one get mad at me if I say something and it's like not a snack. Sorry, this is my definition of snack, and you'll find out what that means after my 5 choices. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we have the same type of thing. Do you have an honorable mention or no?
I actually don't.
Okay, I do. So
Okay, I'll see if I can come up with one, but by the time you say yours.
Okay. I have a feeling this top 5 is going to be a little hard too. I just feel like we're going to have the same ones
Oh, you
since
think
there's
so?
not a lot of snacks to choose from. Unless if
There's
you
lots of snacks, right?
I mean, I guess. Maybe I was just thinking way too simple with my snacks.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
And
we'll
I feel
see.
like my snacks are going to be like, that's not a snack.
So
We'll see
you're
how
going
this
super
goes.
specific.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. All right. You want to go first or should I?
Sure. I'll go first. So a lot of people love the Mickey ears at Disney, the premium bars. I've always been a bigger fan of the Mickey ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah.
Those are amazing top tier ice cream sandwiches. I've always loved ice cream sandwiches to begin with, but something about these ice cream sandwiches are like perfection for me. Whereas the premium bars are really good, but they also, for me, they just taste like those chocolate covered vanilla bars you can get at a grocery store. I mean, they're good. It's ice cream covered in chocolate. Like, it's not bad at all. But some of the ice cream sandwiches are better than most ice cream sandwiches I've ever had.
Yeah. Well, I will say my number 5 is Mickey bar. We'll
Okay.
just say that right now.
And I think that's a totally fair and valid opinion.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
I like the Mickey bar better than the ice cream sandwich. I just had an ice cream sandwich the other day, and I can say for a fact I like the Mickey bars better. But it's pretty close.
Yeah. I love the premium bars, but I think I just really like ice cream sandwiches. So
Yeah, I just like the chocolate on the Mickey bars better.
Oh,
Plus,
really?
they're more like iconic,
Oh, sure.
so that like puts it above.
And
me
I'm a
as well.
hipster.
Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, that's my opinion, I guess.
Okay.
Ice cream sandwiches are good though.
Yeah, I love them. But yeah, that's my number 5.
Cool. My number 5 is Mickey bar.
Oh, cool. That is a classic one though. Like that is the one I feel like us when we went to Disney World with our family, like everyone would get, and I would occasionally get the ice cream sandwich instead. But I of course always got the premium bar as well.
Well, I like almost put Mickey bar up higher, even though I don't like it as much as my other 4.
Just because it's iconic.
Just because it's like iconic.
Yeah,
It
I
is
hear ya.
seriously like that's like the one you're gonna see in commercials is the Mickey bar.
Right,
And they're gonna be
right.
like, you gotta eat the ears first, and whatever. It's fun. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, should I do my 4 or you want?
Yeah,
to
go for your 4.
Okay, so my number 4 is a Disneyland churro. I think Disneyland does such a fun job with their churros. They do like so many like event churros, if you want to call it that, where they do different types of churros for different events, and it's just very fun and very cool. The only reason I feel like this could easily be a number 1. I think it's probably most people's number 1. Churros aren't like my favorite thing, so I couldn't put it any higher than this, but the creativity that goes into creating some of these churros is very cool and interesting. And I love that about the Disneyland churros. The Disney World churros, I've always heard they're just kind of eh. Like every time somebody's bought one, I feel like they're always so disappointed.
Yep, they're really bad. Can I have a dishonorable mention? Now that we're talking about churros,
Is it Walt Disney World churro?
it's the lightsaber churros at Walt Disney World. They are really gross. They taste stale. Maybe I had a bad one. I don't know,
been.
but they tasted stale. It was like they pulled it out of a closet from like, oh, this is from May the 4th, 2015. Let's take it out of storage.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the same thing. So I don't think it was a bad batch that you got, because I've definitely heard the Walt Disney World churros are just not good. Like, for whatever reason, I don't know why. they still sell churro merch, but I feel like you never see anybody with a churro at Disney World. You see people with churros all the time in Disneyland
because they're good there.
It's just iconic there, and it's really good, and they're unique. It's cool.
I hear you.
That's my number 4. Okay. Disneyland churro.
Cool. My number 4, and this is where we're getting on the cusp of whether it's a snack or not, is kakagori in Japan. The Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I call it a snack.
Okay.
Sure.
It's essentially shaved ice.
Yeah.
I asked my wife before we started recording, the wife before we started recording, like, hey, is ice cream a snack? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, is a slushie a snack? And she's like, no. I was like, why? They're kind of the same thing, right? In a way, they're both frozen. If they melt, they're drinks.
Yeah, I feel like if maybe you got like a slushie from 7-Eleven, I wouldn't call that a snack, but I feel like I'd call kakagori a snack.
Okay.
I don't know why. They're the shaved ice just seems like more of like a yeah.
Well, it's essentially just shaved ice, but they'll drizzle what's the cream they drizzle on? It's like coconut milk cream or something like that. I don't even get that, but that's what they're supposed to do. I always say no when they ask me if I want any of that.
Well, it's an extra $1 too. So.
Oh yeah, but it's essentially just shaved ice, but it's like really good shaved ice. It's the little shack outside of the Japan Pavilion. If you guys ever want any. They have different flavors. The typical, fruit flavors that you get in shaved ice. I always get rainbow. I get one of everything, and it is delicious.
Yeah, it's very nice. Because, by the time you get there in World Showcase, you're exhausted. You're sweating.
Yeah, it's a good point in the World Showcase to have shaved ice.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that aspect of it.
You get that, and then the rest of your trip back to the front of World Showcase is fine.
Yeah.
You're good.
And I know this is our thing to get during our college program. I feel like we got this every time we went to World Showcase.
Yeah, I got the coconut milk or whatever it is, the sweet topping. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah,
but it's one time, and I didn't like it as much, and you just pay more for it. So.
Yeah,
I get it to refresh myself, and I feel like it didn't really refresh me. I felt like I was drinking milk, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really good. That would probably go in my top 5.
I was proud of that pick.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right. You want to go or should I go?
You go. Because I just said kakagori.
Yeah.
Right? So
okay.
now you're on your number 3?
Yeah.
We always get lost.
I know.
I think it's mostly me, but...
Well, it was weird because you went your 5, then my 5, then my 4,
then my 4.
Then your 4.
Yeah.
So it was this weird. Okay, anyway, my number 3 is a candy apple.
Oh, I never really get candy apples, but they always look good.
Yeah, so I get them quite a bit.
Really? We should get some next time we go together.
I feel like I probably prefer just the regular caramel apple, but those are not fun.
I don't think I've ever gotten a specialty one.
Get the specialty ones.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Let's get a specialty caramel apple next time we go.
Yeah, dude. It's just one of those snacks that are very customizable. They're unique.
Yeah.
They're fun. I want the Mickey one with the sorcerer hat, of course.
Yeah.
That's the one I want. But they're harder to eat, the specialty ones. Mm-hmm. But
it's worth it.
Yeah. You don't get them to eat them. You get them to say you got them.
And take pictures. Take pictures and post it on Instagram.
But no, they are really good, though. I really like them. They're fun to eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I wish I've had one so I can contribute to this conversation.
We're doing it tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. Absolutely. All right. Let's see. So my number 3, and once again, is it a snack? Is it dinner? Who knows?
I know what it is.
What?
I already know what it is.
My number 3 is the Ronto
I knew
wrap.
it.
The Ronto wrap at Galaxy's Edge. The $14 snack.
I don't know. It's really weird.
I probably wouldn't even call it a snack.
I don't know.
It's so good that it's on the list.
I wouldn't have thought of it as a snack, but we're wild here. So
Yeah. We're the ones that pay for this show. It's our rules. It's a snack, and you guys are going to listen to me explain to why this dinner item is a snack. So I love my hot dog taco. It's really good. It's essentially just a hot dog and a pita bread with a coleslaw, I think, and like shredded turkey or sliced turkey or something like that. Oh my gosh. I freaking love this thing. And unfortunately, it's not actually a snack. It's like $13. I can't get it every time I go to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
I wish it was like $6. But dude, oh my gosh. It is probably my favorite like food item at Disney World right now. I think it's really good. It's not even anything that crazy. It's just a hot dog and pita bread, but I love pita bread and I love hot dogs. So
yeah, it is kind of weird because it does seem like a snack type item. It does seem like it's just like a little handheld. You just hold it in one hand and eat it. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like it's a snack because like I feel like I've never gotten it and sat down and ate.
Yeah,
you get it in like a wrapper.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I feel like right off the bat, you're encouraged to walk around the marketplace with your Ronto wrap.
Yeah. So I don't blame that pick for being a snack.
Cool. Thanks, Kyle.
That makes sense. you have my permission. Yeah, I like the Ronto wrap a lot too. I think I struggle with Galaxy's Edge because literally nothing there sounds good to me. I don't know if it was just their mission to make everything sound really gross. I don't know. To like keep with the theming, but like we keep going into that quick service place and I look at the menu and I'm like, the pictures look gross to me and the descriptions look gross to me for some reason. Well, plus everything's expensive there too. It's like the one thing that looks good is like $19. So I'm like, okay. But the Ronto wrap is really, really solid. So yeah, I like that pick. Good one.
Cool. Thanks. What's
right.
yours? Your next pick.
My number 2 is the Nutella waffle.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that one.
Yeah, I really like this one. I feel like every time I get it, it's very good. It's a good bang for your buck. I'm pretty sure it's like $8 or something like that. And it's like one big waffle with just a slab of Nutella on it and then strawberries. It's awesome.
It's really good.
It's
I
like
love those.
Yeah, perfection. I really like it. It's weird to me that I haven't gotten it since I moved down here. Well, no, it's under construction, isn't it?
No, it's still open though.
Oh,
and
is it?
It hasn't been in construction for like a month now. That walkway's open.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I still haven't walked on it. Even though I went to the Halloween party a couple days ago, we never went to that area. So we should go and walk on it.
Yeah, we
it
should.
looks so open from the pictures I've seen. Oh my gosh, it looks so great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I don't even know if I've walked over that bridge for a while, I guess.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so that's my number 2, Nutella waffle. I actually like the chicken one too. The like
really? I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Yeah,
but I don't think I like the whole savory and sweet thing, like wrapped into one. Never been a big fan of that.
I have to be in the mood for it, but I did like it when I had it. I was also like really starving when I had it too. So
do you like waffles more than funnel cake?
This is a big question.
Well,
yeah,
you put the waffle on the top 5 list. So.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I agree. I agree with waffles.
That's a good point. I put the waffle on the top 5.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
That's a hard one.
I actually do like funnel cake more than the Nutella waffle. I always like waffles more than funnel cake, but everyone gets funnel cake. It's easy. It's easy to share.
I definitely waffle. Obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So there were 2 things that I remember the most from my Disneyland trip. And one of those things was the cheddar garlic bagel twist and Maurice treats, which is my number 2.
Okay, I'm going to say though, we bought this recently and it wasn't as good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it when we got it.
Yeah, I think it was still good when we went.
But they like changed it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just got a bad batch.
Oh, that sucks.
But yeah, this thing is freaking amazing. I love this thing.
Oh,
I totally forgot about this thing.
Dude.
And now I know what your number 1 is.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
so mad I forgot about that.
Yeah.
If
Can't
you
wait to talk
counted
about
as a
it. My the cheddar garlic bagel twist is some like Megan and I really love garlic. I talked about Megan a lot in this podcast. Like basically every time we make dinner, garlic is in it. And so when we saw this thing when we were at Disneyland like a couple October ago's, last October, I guess at this point, hasn't been. I thought it was October right now. Last October, we went to Disneyland and we walked by Marie's Treats and it had the cheddar garlic bagel twist, and we got it. We ate it and we got it again. It was so good.
That's I totally forgot about that. That is a great snack, and you get them right by the best show at Disneyland. No, not the best show at Disneyland. I'm sorry. There's a lot of good shows at Disneyland, but the Fantasy Fair storytelling thing, such a good show, and you could just buy one of those and go sit down and watch it. It's so good. Perfection.
I might try to convince Megan to let me plan a Disneyland trip. I'm gonna go to Disneyland again.
Bring me with you.
Well, can she use guest passes?
Oh,
I can't remember. I don't think so. I know she gets in for free since she's a cast member, but I wouldn't. I am not. I am a lowly annual pass holder.
I just got an email that said my Disneyland annual pass is going away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
That is sad.
Dang, dude. Okay. Well, anyway, cheddar garlic bagel twist.
Yeah, that's a great answer, dude. Yeah. I'm like jealous of that
Marinara
answer.
sauce.
I feel like you put a lot of thought into your list.
Sure. I made it in like 10 minutes. I appreciate that, though.
You're welcome.
I kind of like that we both started our lists with like the like standard ice cream snack at like an ice cream cart, and then we like just had vastly different lists from then on out.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay. My number 1, the moment you've been waiting for.
Honorable mention.
Oh, honorable mention first.
Do it. I got one. I came up with one.
So I put popcorn as my honorable mention.
That's a good honorable mention.
Yeah, I feel like it was a good honorable mention because everybody loves popcorn at Disney. I also really like it at Disney. But it is just popcorn.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if it's anything like you have to go to Disney to get it.
Yeah. Well, I thought about putting popcorn on my list, but I was like, does it really belong up there with the greats like popcorn? So I didn't put the honorable mention. That's a good spot for it.
Yeah, I think so. What's your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is the Space Ranger slushie in Tomorrowland.
Oh, another deep cut.
Yeah.
From Derek. This extensively thought out list that he has.
I freaking love the Space Ranger slushie. The only reason it's not on my list is because of my number 1. I get this often.
I already know what it is.
Yeah, I get the Space Ranger slushie a lot. It's like green apple, grape. It looks like a Buzz Lightyear themed drink because it is, and it's so good. My only gripe with it is that I feel like they put too much grape slushie in it.
Dude, that's like
the green apple is my favorite.
They need to put more grape slushie in it for me.
I like both, but like they fit well together. But I wish it was like 60-40 green apple grape. But the last couple times I've gotten it, it's been like 30-70 green apple grape. I feel like
weird.
So I haven't gotten it in a while, but I need to try it out again.
Yeah,
I love this thing.
No, that's a great one. I love the rock candy straw.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The straw is like a rock candy straw, so you have something to chew on after you drink.
Yeah,
and I feel like this and Kakagori are very interchangeable. Like I didn't really feel comfortable putting 2 slushies on my top 5 snacks. Or do you call shaved ice a slushie? Probably not. I don't know. I mean, they're both icy.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really take a straw to it, I guess. So maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. What's your number 1?
I want to try the Alice in Wonderland one, though, because I haven't tried that one
Megan
yet.
got that once.
Talking
about Megan again.
Did she like
I don't talk about her this often, I promise.
Yeah, Yeah. No, I want to try that. Anyway, now the moment you've been waiting for.
Okay.
My number one's a Dole Whip.
Good.
More specifically for
classic.
me, I get the Dole Whip floats.
Yeah.
But so when I first tried Dole Whip, I was like, why is everybody so obsessed with this? Like, it's just pineapple soft serve, like big whoop. But like, ever since then, I've just been so happy every time I get it, you know,
yeah.
or the thought of getting it. You know, I spent a couple hours at the Polynesian today for fun.
As one does.
No, I went to the Polynesian. I was working on some stuff, and I was just like basically staring at the Dole Whip place. I never bought any because I'm poor.
Oh, you didn't buy any?
I didn't.
Oh, dude.
Isn't
Kyle,
that sad?
If you were at the Polynesian today and you told me that you texted me this story, if you did that, I straight up would have Venmo'd you $5. Not even kidding. I would have been like, dude, treat yourself. Let me treat yourself.
I literally was like looking out the window, and I was like, Kyle, you're doing a top 5 snacks review in like 2 hours. You should get one. But then I didn't.
Aw. Dude, I totally would have sent you some money.
This is the saddest top one ever.
I would have sent you $10 and had you bring one out for me when I picked you up from
yeah.
the TTC today.
But yeah, no, the Dole Whips just make me happy. I feel like it makes everybody happy. It's very iconic. Especially in Disneyland, I love getting one and going to see the Tiki Room. That's like the best thing ever. It's very similar to your number 2 with the garlic bread thing and seeing the storytelling show.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. And there's so many different like types too. I feel like.
Oh, yeah. Like, I personally just like the soft serve because I like the vanilla part of it so much.
Yeah. See, and I like never get just the soft serve. I'm a float guy.
I like
need
the
that
float
pineapple
too,
juice.
but I'm just more of a vanilla fan than pineapple, which is
Yeah.
probably why I'm not as crazy as Dole Whip as other people.
Yeah.
Like, because I eat it and I'm always like, man, this is so good. I'd rather just like just have vanilla because I just really like vanilla.
Totally.
So like,
Yeah. So that's my number 1.
Okay.
Super. And I already know what your number 1 is.
My
and I'm
number
so
1 is the
mad.
corn dog at the Corn Dog Castle in Disneyland. Best corn dog I've ever had in my life. Best food item I've ever had in any Disney park ever.
Wow.
The corn dog is amazing. I've literally thought about flying over to Anaheim just to buy a corn dog.
You buy it at a palace.
You buy
or
it at a
Kingdom.
palace?
It's a corn dog kingdom, I think. I
Yeah,
forget
it's
what it
Corn
is.
Dog Castle.
Castle. So
Yeah.
like a kingdom.
Yeah, it's pretty much a kingdom.
All
Kyle.
right.
Oh my gosh, guys. It is the greatest corn dog I've ever had. Like, I
Yeah.
have dreams about it.
Listen, if the corn dog is considered a snack, that's definitely number 1 or 2 on my list. I just didn't think of it.
Yeah. Is it considered a snack? I consider it a snack.
Yeah.
But what makes a snack? What is a snack? Let's get philosophical.
I feel like it's something you have in one hand that you can eat while walking.
That's a good definition. I like that. All of my items fit that. If you need a fork and knife, it is not a snack.
Well, crap. Then my Nutella waffle's not a snack.
Eat bare hands. I mean, I'm sorry, man.
Okay, we'll replace my Nutella waffle with the corn dog.
I was going to say, you have room for the corn dog. now.
Yeah. There we go. But yeah, the corn dog's great.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe how good that corn dog is.
If next time I go to Disneyland, next time I go to California Adventure, straight up going in, I'm opening California Adventure and going straight to the corn dog castle. It's not open until 10. Cool. I'll wait.
Right, yeah.
I'm rope dropping the corn dog castle. Anyway, next time you guys go to Disneyland, get a corn dog. I'm going to.
Me too.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Okay.
All right, guys. So that's our top 5. Mine was a Mickey bar, Disneyland churro, candy apple, Nutella waffle / corn dog, and Dole Whip.
Mine might as well have just been the corn dog because it's the best. There's also the cheddar garlic bagel twisted Space Ranger slushy kakagori Ronto wrap and Wasn't there something else? Did I say 5?
I-
Oh, the ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't count 5 there.
It's like, I think
I
there's
accidentally
a little
erased it on my list on my phone. So I was like, wait a minute. It's just 4.
All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. You guys are the best. And as always, Quarini.
Quarini. Hey.